Ever wondered what it really takes to be called a lyrical genius in hip hop? Take Eminem's Rap God, for example. The guy raps over 150 words in just 16 seconds. That's not just fast, that's next level skill. But that's just a start. We're also diving into Kendrick Lamar's emotional storytelling in Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, and Nas's sharp social commentary in The Message. So buckle up, because we're about to break down the top 10 most lyrical hip hop tracks that every true fan needs to know. Let's start with Rap God by Eminem. If there's a track that screams technical skill, it's Rap God. This song dropped in 2013 on his album The Marshall Mathers LP2, and it's a masterclass in speed, complexity, and rhyme patterns. What makes Rap God so lyrically insane isn't just the speed, though that's a huge part. It's the way Eminem layers complex multisyllabic rhymes and internal rhymes so tightly that you almost need to rewind just to catch everything. Plus, he throws in references to pop culture, his own career, and hip-hop history, all while switching up flows like it's a piece of cake. The song's a flex, sure, but it's also Eminem reflecting on his place in the rap world, claiming the throne but also acknowledging the ups and downs he's faced. It's both boastful and self-aware, which adds depth to the fast-paced lyricism. A standout moment was the infamous lyrics coming at you at supersonic speed line, which perfectly sums up the song's energy and technical prowess. But as crazy as it sounds, it only sets the tone for the next song. Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst by Kendrick Lamar. If Rap God is all about technical skill and speed, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst hits you in the feels with raw, emotional storytelling. It dropped on Good Kid, Mad City and is basically 12 minutes of Kendrick weaving vivid stories about life, death, and legacy. What stands out is how Kendrick flips perspectives, from the viewpoint of someone who lost a brother to a fan asking to be remembered, and even his own reflections. His lyricism here isn't just about wordplay, it's about painting pictures so real you feel like you're right there with him. The imagery is rich, and the storytelling hits deep. Lines like "Promise you'll sing about me, promise you'll sing about me" echo long after the song ends, reminding us why hip-hop is, well, hip-hop. And just when you think you've caught all the layers, Kendrick switches into the second part, I'm Dying of Thirst, which adds a spiritual, almost desperate tone, showing the depth of his artistry. Speaking of storytelling, Nas took that craft to a whole new level with this next song, The Message. Nas is basically hip-hop's original storyteller king, and The Message shows exactly why. This track digs deep into the realities of street life with razor-sharp social commentary and complex lyricism that's as vivid as it is raw. What makes The Message so powerful is how Nas blends his poetic skill with real-life grit. He isn't just spitting bars, he's painting a full picture of struggle and survival. The way he flips between detailed imagery and sharp punchlines pulls you into the chaos and hopes of life in Queensbridge. Fun fact, this album dropped during a time when Nas was climbing to legendary status after Illmatic, and The Message helped cement his reputation as a lyrical heavyweight. Now let's move on to Eminem's breakout anthem, Lose Yourself. When Lose Yourself dropped as the lead single from the 8 Mile soundtrack, it became a worldwide motivational anthem. This track perfectly captures that moment of tension and opportunity, and honestly, it's one of the rare hip-hop songs that broke into mainstream culture so hard it even won an Oscar. What stands out here isn't just Eminem's rapid-fire flow or technical skills, though those are fire. It's how the lyrics tell a story everyone can relate to. Nerves, pressure, and that one shot that could change everything. The song's opening lines, "His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy," have become instantly recognizable, setting the scene like a cinematic thriller. Interestingly, Eminem reportedly wrote this song in just a few hours, and it spent 12 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and remains his best-selling single. Unlike some of his more technically complex tracks, Lose Yourself connects through its relatability and unfiltered emotion, showing Eminem's versatility as a rapper. Plus, the beat itself is iconic. It's dark, tense, and driving, perfectly mirroring the lyrical theme. And speaking of iconic storytelling, the next track flips the script to a classic autobiographical narrative, Juicy by the notorious B.I.G., 1994. Juicy, Biggie's debut single off Ready to Die, is pure storytelling genius, detailing his journey from poverty in Brooklyn to rap superstardom, all wrapped in clever wordplay and smooth flow. What's so captivating about Juicy is how Biggie mixes vulnerability with swagger. He's celebrating his success, sure, but he's also paying tribute to the struggle, giving listeners a front row seat to his climb. The storytelling is seamless and filled with memorable lines like "It was all a dream," "I used to read Word Up magazine," which immediately became cultural touchstones. A cool bit of trivia, Juicy samples M-Tune's Juicy Fruit, and that soulful groove helped the song resonate beyond just rap fans, because it crossed over to mainstream radio. Because it crossed over to mainstream radio, the album went platinum and is often credited with helping to redefine what mainstream hip-hop sounded like in the 90s. The lyrical style here isn't about complex rhyme schemes or speed. It's all about narrative flow and personality, which Biggie mastered like no other. The honesty and charisma in his voice make Juicy timeless. Even 30 years later, it still hits just as hard. But what about this Wu-Tang Clan classic, C.R.E.A.M? If you want raw street realism mixed with unforgettable hooks and sharp lyricism, C.R.E.A.M delivers that in spades. Cash rules everything around me became a mantra for a generation trying to make it out of tough circumstances. What stands out lyrically is the storytelling from Raekwon and Inspectah Deck, who bring different but complementary perspectives on the hustle and struggle for money. The lyrics don't glamorize the grind, they show the cold hard reality with vivid lines like, "Life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough." Beyond the lyrics, the production from RZA uses a haunting piano loop that sticks with you, making the mood somber yet compelling. Fun fact, Wu-Tang originally planned to release the album as a compilation of solo projects, but the energy of C.R.E.A.M helped unify their sound and message. Next up, one of Eminem's most creative storytelling masterpieces, S.T.A.N. Now, Eminem took a real risk here with the way he crafted this narrative about an obsessed fan whose admiration spirals out of control, leading to tragic consequences. The track is part rap, part dark psychological drama, and it pushed the boundaries of what hip-hop storytelling could be. What makes S.T.A.N so unforgettable is the structure. Eminem plays both the fan and himself, flipping perspectives to build tension. The use of Ditto's haunting chorus adds an eerie emotional layer that stays with you long after the song ends. Lyrically, Eminem's ability to capture the obsessive mindset while also showing his own frustration and guilt is next level. "Dear Slim, I wrote you but you still ain't callin'" is the opening line that hooks you into the story immediately. Next up is a TUPAC classic, Dear Mama. If you want emotion wrapped in raw honesty, Dear Mama is one of hip-hop's most powerful love letters. Tupac wrote this tribute to his mother, acknowledging her struggles while expressing deep respect and gratitude. Tupac's lyrics here blend personal pain with universal themes, poverty, addiction, and sacrifice, and he manages to make it all feel intimate yet relatable. The chorus, which sampled Albert King's "Oh How I Love You Girl," adds a smooth, soulful touch that contrasts beautifully with Tupac's gritty verses. Dear Mama became an anthem for moms everywhere and is often played on Mother's Day for good reason. It peaked high on the Billboard charts and was later certified platinum. Now let's talk about Dance with the Devil by Immortal Technique. Dance with the Devil is one of the darkest and most haunting stories in hip-hop. Immortal Technique uses his sharp lyricism to tell a brutal cautionary tale about choices, consequences, and morality. The lyrics describe a young man's descent into crime and violence, leading to a shocking and tragic twist. The storytelling is vivid and raw, with graphic detail that paints a dark picture without glorifying it. What's impressive is how Immortal Technique weaves social commentary about the cycle of violence and desperation throughout the track. One thing though is this song isn't for casual listening, it demands attention and reflection. From this dark narrative, we move to a track that builds intensity with introspective lyrics and explosive delivery. One Mic by Nas. Closing our list is One Mic, one of Nas's most powerful and dynamic songs. This track builds from quiet introspection into a fiery climax, symbolizing Nas's desire to speak truth to power with just one mic and a voice that demands to be heard. Lyrically, Nas uses this song to express frustration, hope, and a call for change, blending poetic storytelling with raw emotion. The slow build-up mirrors the rising intensity of his message. I personally love how it started soft and personal, and then exploded into passion and urgency. One Mic is seen as a standout track in Nas's career, showcasing his ability to combine lyrical complexity with emotional weight. Imagine lines like "All I need is one mic, one beat, one stage, one up front, my face on the front page." It's a simple but profound statement on power and influence through words. And that's a wrap on the top 10 most lyrical hip-hop songs. These songs are proof that this culture thrives on more than just beats. It's about stories, skill, and bars that hit deep. If you've got a song you think I should have added, drop it in the comments and let's talk. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next.